Hello everyone, Himanshu is in touch. I am a trader investor and today I wanted to discuss you a very important topic. Why 95% of people lose money when trading cryptocurrencies. How to avoid this and come to a constant stable yield, I will tell you right now. To begin with, I want to tell you a little about myself. I have been investing in cryptocurrency since 2016 and continue to focus on cryptocurrency. A few years ago, having founded a number of successful businesses, I formed a large cash cushion. There was no need to reinvest in the business, and I did not find decent tools to earn income on my capital and at the same time not do it full time. Part of my money is in stock market through trust management, but the yield there barely exceed inflation. A similar story with real estate. Such a low dollar yield has not pleased me for a long time. Why do I focus on the cryptocurrency market? There are, of course, more risk, but at the same time, the profitability is pleasant. Where else can you significantly increase your capital in a year? Only in cryptocurrency. This game is worth the candle. But in order to make such profit, it must be done by the coolest and most competent professionals. Having already 6 years of work experience, I managed to assemble a powerful team to manage my capital. Also now I'm running my Telegram channel where every day I publish information about the market, a detailed analysis of what is happening on the market, and if you want to receive free content from professionals, then be sure to subscribe to my Telegram channel. Delve into it, start trading with us. I will leave a link to it in the description under the video. Also on my YouTube channel, short reviews on the market are published daily. In a few minutes, I try to convey the main points of what is happening right now. So also subscribe, follow, because to make money in cryptocurrency, you always have to be attentive. The link will also be in the description below the video. So let's not hesitate and move on to the main topic. Today we will focus on why most people lose money. Let's analyze this topic in detail. And here we just need a market that rings right now at 7 p.m. The closing of 4 hours is actually a very important moment. I very often watch the closing of 4-hour candles because it helps me to understand the mood of the market. That is locally, of course. If we are talking about something more global, or for example, we want to forecast for a week, for months ahead, then of course the old weekly and daily time frames are taken. And this is actually one of the key things that allows me to constantly be, so to speak, on changes. When many are novice traders, they constantly sit on small time frames. Someone trades for a minute, someone for 15 minutes. In fact, everything lies precisely in the higher time frames. Let's go to the chart right now and see how you need to work with the price in general. Look at the mechanics of the market, and I hope that you will stop losing money and everything will be fine. Ethereum Classic will help us here. Probably one of the most technical coins in the last few years. In fact, the story begins with us in 2019. There is such a moment, the most important in the market, which you need to see in detail, and everything will be revealed. The most important thing, of course, is how many stops we left open, because a minority earn 5 to 10% in the market. Because people come, so to speak, in the most unexpected places for many. This is when it would seem that many people have kept that classic, no one needed it. Look what happened 3 years later. This is relevant, necessary. Everyone wants to switch it to now because Ethereum is switching to POS, and Ethereum Classic will become the new Ethereum for mining so that everyone earns. But believe me, at the moment when this was happening from 2018 to 2020, no one needed this coin. There were a lot of news, rumors that it would replace Ethereum anyway. We remember that Ethereum is still a hard fork for Ethereum Classic. This is not just a classic because it's an original network, and a look at what is happening in the market. At the mechanics of the market, those people who invested at all the very beginning, they are great fellows. But look, when a very strong trend started, it was already a pump. We had a correction period. I always recommend enter a correction no matter how much the market will grow. We cannot find out where the correction is. Let's consider the situation. From the moment when the correction occurs, I would say that traders who enter the middle market, and they begin to believe that the pumping has passed, and they say that media are connected, friends are connected, the recommendations are good now, and it's necessary to invest in the coin. Okay, But again, someone smarter is really waiting for a correction, and the correction is strong. That is, the coin at the peak cost $23 and fell to $8. That is, the correction is more than 50%. This is in fact a sign of good growth and opportunity to enter the market, a good entry point. That is, it's more of a trading story. Here you need to understand the work of correction, and that's when absolutely all stops are removed, because often everyone of course comes in at the very last impulses and pays attention to this candle, a very strong penetrating movement again for what it was created, in order to throw off how many stops as possible. As soon as the market gets rid of the ballast, it starts to turn around, where people start sorting and the market changes. It sees that they are start sorting and gives a few more impulses, which of course are confusing. Agree, you probably, when you experience a bullish or when the same bearish trend, you did not understand damn whether there would be a correction at all, and whether there would be, when there would be, what was going on at all. When really bear begins, it can be seen just at the beginning of 2018 when Bitcoin collapsed. That is, it was synchronous as it was with us now, which I predicted all this. You can see this starting in April when the most bearish market just started, when everything collapsed by 70%. This is exactly the moment when the market's going with a rollback. It begins to collect all the stops that have been since 2017. Someone holds, of course, long-term investors. They have what the main said, well, I'm growing, I'm investor, I'm earning, everything is cool. And then a moment happens that it would seem their long-term plans LH begin to collapse. Although in fact there is a separate video for recording about investors, about traders. If you are interested, write in the comments. In this video we are talking about the mechanics of the market. And look, the mechanics of the market is to squeeze as much as possible out of the market. This is so that you give your coins to major player. His task is not just say to launch some kind of squeeze and collect the coins from you. No, so that you understand everything is much more complicated here, purely even psychologically. Agree, when you are sitting in the loss, marketing doesn't, it pulls you, you experience tension, and of course the brain does not like it at all. And believe me, you may experience tension for a year or two, but when you see the next impulse that will hurt you, you will simply sell, because you do not understand what is happening with the market at all. For this you need to understand the mechanics of the market. After the fall, when it squeezes coin out of everyone, consolidation begins. This is the period when a major player accumulate an asset. If you have certain knowledge such as mine, you can see this buyer and see the Jones where exactly the asset accumulate, where when the trading day was presented to us, look at what happened 3 years later. Although it would seem that those who invested for a long time in 2017, how much they could earn, those who invested in 2017 could earn at least 15 times. Agree, that's why this buy hold strategy works. But still, in my understanding, you should know where to enter, where the work of the market begins, a major player in the market where accumulate begins. Look at the market, we'll try to get rid of everyone completely, and when it definitely gives another impulse again, it seems to everyone that everything is already collapsing there, the dollar and the market. By the way, stop gain, sideways again, confusing again, it's hard. Agree. And in such a sideways movement, the most interesting thing is that the market also gets rid of many unqualified investors, inexperienced beginners on the one hand, super, but on the other hand, problem. Look, you have such a beautiful corridor here. Here it is quite clearly visible. It cost $5 and $7.5. One day, Fittelcom, the stops were removed. The stops were removed from below, even before rising. Look, the stops were removed from the impulse. Those who had the stops for $5, they were thrown off. That is, the market is constantly getting rid of. Let's say weak traders who have obvious stops. The task is to make deals where most people feel uncomfortable, and when you see that you have collected the entire setup yourself, such a giant pump happened there. By the way, I just saw that continuation when I supplemented the trading idea. I want to draw attention to the movement that I indicated here. The candle goes up first and then the correction. That's exactly what happened. Why did I specify it way? Because many traders, investors, and those who enter impulsively, and I experienced all these moments and experience them, and it was quite fascinating to watch when you enter a position that the goal is about $100. The first pulse happens, you already have 2 times. Imagine this feeling. You have ISC to cool. Emotions are beating over the edge. Here it is, victory. Finally, I won, and it would seem that it will go further, but no. Do you know why? Because there, as a result, the large number of people took advantage of the impulse, and what needed to be done? That's right, save, hamster. The market took care of it. When everyone was saved, well, actually tested the level and continued to grow as if nothing had happened. And I have seen a lot of people who close a position at $9 and broke even they didn't buy anything, because they were seized with a big upset, the syndrome of lost profits. Although it would seem that you will last a little longer, you are on a bullish trend. You must understand the structure of the market. You follow the trend, follow the trends, and everything will be fine, right? All these seemingly banal rules, they really work, but for some reason no one says that you need to understand the general structure of the market. You need to understand what happens in a certain period. For example, from 3 to 6 months, what will happen next. Be able to assess the dynamics of the market, predict. It is based on certain facts. And what we see on the chart, of course, are the key levels. These are the levels of $10. We see a key level, in fact, how many reactions there were. There was a major collapse. They came, this level was announced again, then another false one. And as soon as this breakdown really happened for the third time, it turned out to be a key moment. Here is such a simple mechanics of the market. Now let sum of all has been said together. There is such a moment that you should understand that if you have a bunch of open stops, you need to wait for the correct correction to pick up, earn as much as possible, and then try to follow the trend. That's all. The market is very simple, but it requires attention, concentration, discipline, and of course patience. There is nowhere without it. Imagine how long you will have to wait to finally get your profit. Friends, be sure to subscribe to my Telegram channel, to my YouTube channel. All links will be in the description. In the end, my team and I created this for those who have capital and who want to get a good return from it, who wants to increase their money and not sit 24/7 behind monitors and coin charts, who does not want to understand incomprehensible terms, spend a lot of time on training, make mistakes, and only then start making money on the crypto. Let my channel be for you like a reliable acquaintance whom you know for a long time, whom you trust, and who understands investment. He tells you where to invest the money and get a good return, and you just take and repeat the transaction. Our team of traders and investors shows a yield of 100% per year, and this is not a one-time story but an annual recurring statistics from 2016. It is clear that this is a risky investment format, but thanks to this we get high profits. Subscribe. All links are in the descriptions of this video. Stay with us and stop losing money. Bye bye.